What's up, HASfit Tribe? It's your personal trainer, Coach Kozak.
And I'm Claudia, and this is a full body resistance band workout.
The only equipment you're going to need for today's routine is a long resistance band with a handle on either side.
And you may want to have a few levels of bands on hand so that you can switch up your resistance as needed.
You can follow me for the standard moves.
And you can follow me for the modifications, which are really important right now because I'm currently pregnant.
If you're ready to go, let's do this. All right, let's get started with a warm-up. First one's gonna be for our upper body, our back, and shoulders. It's called a bent over arm hauler. Let's start with our feet shoulder width apart, little bend in those knees, weight back in our hips, upper body's on a 45-degree angle. Now we're gonna extend our straight arms up and overhead, bring our thumbs down, and big swimming motion. So extend, press straight forward, thumbs down, big swim. So on this one, I really want you to focus on getting through that full range of motion, extending those shoulders as far as you can, straight up overhead, and then really going through that full range of motion as we swim those arms to our sides. Making sure to breathe here, warming up those shoulders and upper body. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Excellent. We're going to move to the floor for the next one. A couple different variations for you here. So I'm going to come down into a high plank position.
And I'm going to come down into a quadruped position, which is just on all fours.
Then I'm going to step up with my right leg by my right hand. Now both of us are going to perform the same movement pattern here. We're going to reach through with our right arm to our left side and then rotate straight up, keeping our eyes on that hand. Again, reach through. You decide based on your flexibility, mobility, fitness level, which one of these two variations is going to be more appropriate for you today. Making sure to breathe through. This one's going to warm up our shoulders, our mid back, our spine. If you're doing my variation, you're going to get some legs involved as well. Nice and controlled here. All right, last one, set that right hand down. I'm gonna set my right leg back, left leg up, and let's go left hand, reach through to the right side. Big reach, and then extend up and overhead.
Oh, the first few of these are a little rough, but I promise it gets so much better. Actually starts to feel good.
It does. Oh, and a great move here to help us reverse some of those side effects of our modern sedentary lifestyles. Let's go one last one, reaching through and relax. Very good. Okay, we're gonna come back onto our feet for the next one. We're gonna get our heart rate up with this one, a little compound variation. We're gonna do a butt kick pull down. So let's start with our arms straight up overhead. At the same time, I'm gonna pull down from my elbows, bring my right heel to my right glute, and then alternate right and left side butt kicks. Make sure to breathe through here. Again, full range of motion with that upper body where you're reaching all the way up overhead and then pulling down from those elbows. It's a great one to warm up your back, rotator cuffs, quadriceps, hamstrings.
We are moving at a warm-up pace, not a cardio pace.
That's it. We want to get your heart rate up a little bit, but at the same time, we don't want to go too crazy. That's what the workout's for.
That's right. Save it.
Making sure to breathe. Don't hold your breath here. Excellent. Let's go last 10 seconds. for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Excellent. Shake those shoulders out.
I'm ready to go.
All right, we're gonna get started with our first superset of the day. We need our band, and I'm gonna pick I have 2 bands here. I'm gonna pick up my heavier of the 2.
Likewise.
If that helps you out. We're gonna do a 1-arm lawnmower row. So on all of these moves we're gonna perform today, setup is so important to make sure you get the right resistance for the exercise. One of the ways that you can vary that resistance, one is different bands of different resistance levels, but also how much slack you choose in the setup. So for this first one, I want it to be a bit of a challenge. So I'm gonna make sure I'm sitting it here on my underneath my middle of my left foot. And I don't have much slack here. If I were to put the band here, it's gonna be too easy for me. So that's gonna be your lever to change how much resistance you have in any one move.
Yes.
All right, so
Great explanation.
Thank you. I was trying to be concise there, but it's important that you have that for the rest of the workout.
That's true.
All right, so with your opposite foot back, good posture here. I'm gonna put my left hand on my right hip, bending over at a 45-degree angle. We're gonna do 10 repetitions, pulling back from the elbow, full range of motion, all the way up, all the way down. Ready? And begin. Try your best to keep your shoulders square. We don't want a lot of rotation on this one. And that setup is so important. Both knees are bent, back is straight. And this is a strength training workout, so you want to control both ends of the movement.
2 more.
And do not race.
Last one.
Very good. Okay, we got to go do the same move on the opposite side now. So let's set that band under our right foot. Bend both knees. I have my right hand on my right hip. Give you a second to get set up. And begin. Pull back from the elbow. Full range of motion here, all the way up, all the way down. You also want to set up that band where you're able to maintain resistance throughout the whole movement. You don't want to lose resistance at the bottom of it.
3 more.
Nice and controlled. Again, not a race. And last one, 10. Very good.
Nice job.
All right, so for this next one, I'm gonna keep my heavier band, and we're gonna move into a lower body move called a side squat. So let's set that band up with equal band on either side under our right foot. Again, setting up in the middle of that foot. And then we're gonna bring our hands up into a racked position. So that's in front, elbows are tucked in here. I'm gonna start with my feet together. I'm gonna step out with my left foot, drop my weight back in my hips, drop into a squat, and stand up. This is a side squat. Stepping back. And we have 10 repetitions of this one. Ready, and begin. Really put that weight back in your hips. As you come down, control that resistance as well as you come down. And you want to try to keep that weight balanced in your midfoot, so we don't want to come onto our toes, but we also don't want to fall back onto our heels. Back stays straight. You don't want to lean over too much either.
3 more reps.
That's it, very good. Let's go, last 2. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, exhale, very good, that's 10. Okay, so we're gonna go through this superset one more time. So 2 rounds, going back to that 1-arm row, 1-arm lawnmower row. Again, getting set up with that band under our left foot.
Oh, I have the wrong side.
Oh, it's all right.
Deep.
Yep, it's all right. Setup is so important here. We'll all get better at it together. Opposite foot is back, left hand is on our left hip, and let's pull for 10 repetitions. Ready? Begin. Nice full range of motion there, all the way up, all the way down. Anytime we're performing a row like this, I want you to pretend like you have a string attached to that elbow, and that elbow is being pulled back by that string. So don't pull back from the hand, but pull back from the elbow.
That's 8. 2 more.
And that'll help ensure that we activate the right muscles. Last one. Very good.
Ooh.
All right, let's switch it up. Same move, opposite side here. Keep a nice balance in your position here. Ready, and begin. Again, pulling back from that elbow, full range of motion.
Keep those shoulders nice and square.
I also want you to focus on that lowering phase. Don't just allow that arm to fling back down. This one's working your biceps, your forearms, your lats, your upper back, even your legs, just to maintain this.
2 more.
Last one. Excellent.
Oh, nice work.
Okay, so we're gonna go back to that side squat, but this time we need to set up with the band under our left foot. So again, we have equal band on both sides, setting that band up in the middle of our foot, bringing those hands up to rack position, starting with our feet together. Now we're gonna step out to our right side, dropping our weight in our hips. 10 reps, begin. Breathe in on the way down and exhale on the way up. Very good. This one's gonna work your hamstrings, your glutes, quadriceps, even your shoulders and biceps, just to hold that band in that rack position. When we said this is a full body routine, we meant it.
2 more, tribe, after this.
Nice and controlled here. Last one. And 10. Excellent job. For our next superset, I'm gonna switch to my lighter band. We're gonna get started with a banded push-up. So it's a push-up using the band for resistance. So we're gonna go and move to the floor for this one. And I'm gonna bring the band underneath my arms, behind my back. Make sure it's underneath those arms. And I'm gonna come to the floor and I'm gonna trap the band under both sides. And I'm gonna do my push-ups from up on my feet.
And I'm gonna be down on my knees.
Now we're gonna control that lowering phase and then press back up. So for this one, we have a total of 10 push-ups. Ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's do it. And begin. Nice and controlled here. You might have to adjust the band to make sure you get the right amount of resistance. Keep your abs tight, back is straight. Come down if those elbows get to a 90-degree angle, and then come back up.
4 more.
Inhale on the way down, exhale on the way up. We got 1 more. Last one. Very good. All right, so we're gonna stay on the floor for the next one. We're gonna move into a quadruped kickback. So for this one, I'm gonna set up with the middle of this band in the back. I'm gonna place the middle of the band in the middle of my foot. So get it set up on the foot first. And now let's go ahead and lock that band down with both hands. So I'm in a quadruped position here on both hands and knees. And now we're gonna kick back. So kick and extend back, almost like we're trying to kick a hole in the wall behind us, ending with our legs straight. We're gonna do 10 repetitions on both sides. Ready? And begin. Important to have this one in the middle of that foot so it doesn't slip.
Yep.
Keep your core tight. Don't rotate to one side or the other. This one's gonna work your hamstrings, your glutes, the lower back, and really whole core just to maintain this position. Coming back to the starting position in between every repetition.
We have 2 more.
And breathe. Last one. Very good. All right, so we have the same move, but now we got to get set up with the other foot. So go ahead and release your hand weights, or the handles, I should say. Set it up in the middle of that foot. So lock down that band.
Yep.
Make sure again it's in the middle so it doesn't slide. And 10 more. Ready and begin. Again, full range of motion.
I like to pretend like I'm balancing a glass of water on my back. Really helps me visualize keeping both my hips and my shoulders square.
That's a great mental model. This one's all about that core. Keep it braced throughout the whole move.
We have 3 more.
And squeeze that glute at the full extension up top. Last one. Excellent.
All right, nice work.
Okay, so that's one time through this superset. We're gonna go one more time, going back to those banded push-ups. So now you have a little better
Yeah, you have a better idea.
how much resistance you need. So you can either switch up your band, or another way to do it is just take out more slack, right? To make it tighter. Again, so you have to kind of play with your bands, to learn your bands, learn where you are for different movements. Getting back in that push-up position. 10 repetitions, ready, and begin. Again, being sure to focus on that way down, not a race on these. You want time under tension here. So it's gonna work your shoulders, your chest, triceps, and your core.
4 more.
Excellent work, you got it. Come on, tribe. Grinding through right here. Last one, right here, you got it. And 10, excellent job.
Those are awful.
Whew, I know, I'm feeling those ones in my chest. I did some chest, what was it, 2 days ago? And I thought I was past it, but apparently not.
Nope.
Okay, let's get set up for that next quadruped kickback. Again, placing it in the middle of that foot.
Come on. There we go.
I know this one's a little funny on the setup. Takes a little practice, I have to admit. All right, here we go. In that starting position, and begin kicking straight back. Control both ends. And that means as you're bringing that leg back down, you control and bring it down slowly. Sure, it'd be easier to just kick back and allow the leg to flop back into place, but resist that temptation. That's it.
We have 3 more.
Almost there, tribe. Come on. All the way. Squeeze that glute.
Last one.
And 10.
Ooh,
Very
nice
good.
work.
I'm even feeling this. I'm still feeling my chest, just maintaining this quadruple position. Who knew?
There you go.
That's a little sneaky extra credit, I suppose. All right, again, getting in that setup position. Band in the middle of your foot. I think Claudia's better at setting this up than I am. All right, ready? And begin. Kicking straight back. Very good.
Nice and balanced. Here we go.
Every repetition is getting you just that much closer to your goals. What is it? What are you working towards, tribe? Think about it. Focus on it. Keep it at the front of your mind throughout today's routine. Every day you're going to get up and you're going to do at least one thing to get you closer to that goal.
Last rep right here.
And 10. Excellent work. All right, shake it loose. We're going to stand back up. Next up, we have a triset. So that's 3 exercises that we're going to do for 2 rounds. And we decided that we're going to use our lighter band for this next triset. But again, we encourage you to use what's best for you. First one's going to be called a pull-off press. So we're going to start by grabbing one handle. We're going to place the band under our right foot. I'm going to grab that band with both hands, that handle with both hands, bracing at my core. And we're going to extend our arms straight out and then pull those elbows in. This is a great core move. Also going to work your shoulders, but keep that focus on the core. Don't allow your body to rotate throughout. We're going to do this one timed, so this one's going to be for 30 seconds. You ready, Claudia?
I'm ready.
You ready out there? All right, let's do it. Making sure to breathe and begin. Full range of motion here. Extending straight out and pulling back.
This is probably one of my favorite core workouts or core exercises, pregnant or not. But it's just really friendly, not to put a lot of extra pressure on your mid-ab, your linea alba there.
I want you to keep that core braced and tight. Don't allow your core to get loose here. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, shake it loose.
Like that one.
Next up, we're gonna work on our triceps. That's that big muscle in the back of our arm. We're gonna need both handles for this one. And we're going to step on it on our band with both feet. Feet are gonna be shoulder width apart. And if your band is ever too light for any of these and can't quite get it right, you can add resistance by wrapping it twice around one of your feet. Just a little added tip there. Okay, so next up, tricep kickback. I'm gonna sit back with a weight in my hips. My elbows come up, my palms are facing forward. Now I'm gonna extend only at my elbows, performing a tricep extension. We have this one for 10 repetitions.
Yes.
Let's get into it and begin.
10 repetitions, so we hope you picked your resistance level wisely here.
Accordingly, that's right.
'Cause these burn fast.
Control, slower, slower. There. I know, moves like this, you just want to fly through them and get it over with, but
2 more.
want that time under tension. Excellent. All right, next up, we're gonna do a 1-arm preacher curl. So I only need that band under the 1 foot. Get the appropriate amount of resistance here. I'm gonna have my palm up and I'm gonna take my left hand, it's gonna come under my right arm, just above the elbow with the fist here. So now I'm gonna isolate that bicep muscle. I'm with my palm up, I'm gonna curl all the way up and curl all the way down. We're gonna do this one for 10 repetitions. Ready? And begin. So with that hand under the elbow bracing it, it's not gonna come all the way down to your side, right? You're preventing it from doing so. And you're also forcing that bicep to do all the work. Your shoulders can't help out, momentum can't help out. That's why we call this an isolation exercise. Control the way down and control the way up.
3 more.
Very good. Breathe in on the way down. Exhale on the way up. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. And that's 10. Of course, we have to do 10 more on the other side.
Of course.
Okay, so now I'm gonna step on the band with my left foot. Trying my best to get the same amount of resistance I just had, right? We wanna keep everything even on both sides. So my right hand is gonna come the back of the arm just above the elbow. Palm is up. 10 repetitions. Ready? Let's go. Palm stays up. Again, control both ends. Very good. Starting to burn a little bit. That's how we know it's working. And if it's not, then it's probably time for you to increase your resistance. That's the great thing about these resistance workouts is you get to choose how hard it is by increasing or decreasing your resistance.
3 more reps. Here we go.
Very good. Last 2. You got this, Tribe. And last one right here. Let's squeeze that bicep up at the top. Boom. Very good. Okay, we're moving back into our second set of the Palloff press. So I'm gonna go back to keeping that band under my right foot, grabbing that handle with both hands, bracing with my core, a little bend in my knees, shoulders are back, our hands are in line with our chest, and we're going to extend for 30 seconds. Ready? Begin. Full extension. Keeping that core tight and braced throughout.
We want to exhale as we push our hands out and inhale as you draw them back in.
That's it, nice and under control. No rotation here. Forcing that core to do the work, keeping it tight. You got to think about it, because if you're not thinking about it, it's not going to happen on its own. Let's go 10 more seconds. Almost there. Come on, Tribe. Ooh, it's starting to work. For 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, moving back to our triceps with that pronate triceps kickback, grabbing both handles. We have 10 repetitions. Feet are shoulder width apart, stepping on the band with both feet. Am I missing anything?
No, just don't rush through it.
That's it, don't rush through it. Bending over at a 45-degree angle, palms are facing forward, and let's go. Pull back, trying your best to keep that upper arm parallel to the floor. So that means that you're not moving your whole arm forward, right? But instead, that upper arm stays locked, and we're moving from that elbow joint, squeezing the back of the arm on every rep.
2 more.
Nice and controlled right here. You got it, Tribe. Last one. Boom.
Woo, felt shaky on those
Very
last
nice.
few.
Hey, that's how we know it's working,
I
right?
know.
Hope y'all are feeling shaky out there. I mean that in the nicest possible way. All right, moving into a one-arm preacher curl. So I have the band under my right foot only. Palm is up, taking that left hand, left fist, placing it just above the elbow. Shoulders are nice and square. 10 repetitions. Let's do it. That's it. Control the way down, control the way up. I know many of these would be much easier if you could just bang them out one into the next, cardio style, but we want results around here. Otherwise, why are we showing up, right? And the way that you're gonna get the best results is focusing on that time under tension, making those muscles work and contract.
3 more.
Inhale on the way down, exhale on the way up. This one's gonna work both bicep heads, your forearms. Gonna get them real nice. Very good. All right, same move, opposite side now, left side. Being sure to use the same amount of resistance. I wanna make sure we have equal strength on left and right sides. Placing that, oop, I lost my band. Make sure I get it right here. Right fist under the left arm and begin. Full range of motion. You good?
Had to adjust my resistance here.
All right, good. Again, bands are like that. They're gonna take some adjusting. And if you're new to using them, you're probably gonna spend more time than you'd like adjusting the first workout or two, and that's okay. After you get the hang of it, they really are super convenient.
They're great to travel with.
Oh my goodness, I know. I love throwing them in the suitcase.
Yes.
Making sure to breathe. Don't hold your breath, tribe.
3 more.
That's it. Working together. We're in it with you here. Last one right here. Make it count. And 10. Very nice. We're gonna start off this next superset by picking up our heavier band. It's a lower body move called a pause sumo deadlift. So, for our lower body moves, a lot of times we're able to use more resistance. So I'm gonna start by getting a nice wide stance, placing the band under both feet, and my toes are gonna be pointed out. And so for this, easy way to add extra resistance if your band is too light and you're not feeling it is to get more slack in the middle in between your feet. So again, just another tip for you there. Now we're gonna switch those bands and cross them over like so. All right, just standing here at attention, you should feel good resistance. If you don't and it's too light, then you're gonna want to, again, get more slack in between your feet. All right, so for that sumo pause deadlift, we're gonna sit back, weight in our hips, and we're gonna go 1,000, full stop, and then stand up in between, making sure to break at your hips on every repetition. 10 to go. You ready, Claudia?
I think I am. Let's do this.
You ready out there? Let's go, tribe, and begin. Break at the hips, then the knees. Good posture. 1,000. Back up. That's it. Making sure to breathe throughout. We're inhaling on the way down, and we're exhaling as we come up. And don't cheat yourself on that pause, especially as we get into it and we get closer to the 10th repetition. And those legs start to catch on fire. That's when we need it the most.
That's the halfway point.
Very good. 5 down, 5 to go. Squeeze those glutes up at the top. Using good posture here. Making sure not to bend over too much or hinging at your hips too much. Keep those shoulders up.
2 more.
Very good. Last 2, come on. You got it right here. And last one. Finish strong. And there's 10.
Ooh, wow.
All right, so this one we're definitely gonna wanna lighten up our load for an upright external rotation here. So a little lighter weight, moving into a predominantly shoulder and rotator cuff movement. So let's go ahead and get that one band. You can, this one, if you want lighter resistance, put it under 1 foot. If you want it to be harder, well, put it under 2 feet. You decide what's more appropriate for you and the resistance level you have. We're gonna start by bringing those elbows up to parallel. Arms are at a 90-degree angle. Now we're gonna pull the hands back. Again, finishing with 90-degree angles all around and return back down. We're gonna do this one for 10 repetitions. Ready, position, and begin. Very good. Pull back on those hands. This one's gonna work your upper back as well as that entire rotator cuff. Control.
And if you have the wrong weight, you're gonna feel it really fast on these. After the first
that's true.
one.
When we said lighten the load on this one, we weren't exaggerating.
So I'm gonna move my feet a little closer just to make things a little easier for myself.
And that's great. We encourage you to adjust this for your resistance, fitness level as you go through. Pull back on those hands.
2 more.
Last 2. Woo, I'm feeling my shoulders. And 10. Oh yeah, I think that one's working.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Most def.
So that was one time through the superset. We're gonna go back through one more time. Means we're moving back into that sumo pause deadlift. Again, you can adjust as needed. I'm gonna make this one a little bit harder for me. And to do so, I'm gonna get a little extra slack here in between my feet. So it doesn't actually need to be extended on both sides. So you'll notice I have that slack in between both feet. Okay, feet are wide, toes are pointed out. Cross the hands, good posture. Let's go for 10 repetitions. Let's do it. And 1,000. Back up. This one's working your hamstrings, your glutes, a little bit of quad, lower back, your traps, which is that upper back muscle, as well as your grip. Very good. Sitting back every time. Get that full 1,000 pause.
That's right, don't cheat yourself.
That's it, so it's a dead stop down there. Ideally, you're going down until that thigh gets parallel to the floor before you come back up.
Ooh, 3 more.
That's it, last 3, you got this, tribe. Not gonna quit when it hurts. We're gonna stop when we're done. Make it to that finish line right here, come on. Last one. And 1,000. And back up.
Yeah.
All right, very good.
That's a good one.
All right, so we can set that one to the side. And getting our lighter one out here for those upright external rotation.
Ooh.
Again, you decide if you want a little harder under both feet or a little easier under just one foot. I'm gonna make mine a little easier this time by only having another one foot. Don't tell anybody, okay? All right, elbows are up, 90-degree angle. Let's go for 10. Begin. Good posture here. Keep those upper arms parallel to the floor so they shouldn't be coming down. And again, you're pulling back on those hands, rotating backwards until that arm is in line with the rest of your body. Whew.
That's a halfway point.
Even making it easier on me, I'm still feeling it. Shoulders are getting some good work in today. Very good. Making sure to breathe. Don't hold your breath.
2 more.
Last 2, come on. We're right there with you. And 10,
Ooh.
Very good. Okay, so that superset is done. Moving into the next one, we're gonna use our lighter band for the next 2. But again, for you, one of these you may feel strong on, you wanna use it heavier, totally up to you. We encourage you to make it your own. Starting with a reverse fly. So let's go ahead and get our feet shoulder width apart, 2 feet on top of the band in the middle of that band, middle of your foot. Bending at the knees, weight back in the hips, upper body's on a 45-degree angle. Now, starting with a little bend in our elbows, we're gonna bring arms up, pull the band apart, squeeze the middle of our back, and return. So for me, I can immediately tell this isn't quite, I don't have resistance throughout the whole move. So watch what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna actually pull more slack in the middle, just to shorten my band. See how I did that? Okay, you need to do so. I encourage you to do it too. We're doing this one for 10 repetitions. Ready? And begin. Oh yeah, that's much better. Or much worse, depending on how you look at it. Squeeze the middle of the back up at the top, controlling the way down and controlling the way up. So we're working that mid back, your rhomboids, your rear deltoids.
4 more.
And then even your legs and lower back just to maintain this position. Control.
2 more.
No momentum. All right, last one right here. Finish strong.
Oh, wow.
Very good. All right, we're gonna move to the floor for the next one for a core exercise. This one's called a penguin crunch. We're gonna come down and then we're gonna lie down on our backs. Now Claudia is gonna have her feet flat down on the floor while I'm actually going to extend my legs straight out in front of me. We're going to start by grabbing the band on either side from the actual band, not the handles. And now we're going to pull the band apart. So you have that tension in the middle of the band. There's your starting position. So now I'm gonna bring my feet up, keep my lower back glued to the floor, my shoulder blades come off, and Claudia is actually only going to bring her shoulder blades off, keeping the feet down. Now, starting to feel it already, we're gonna penguin crunch to the right and to the left for 30 seconds. Ready? Let's go. If you're doing either variation, keep your lower back glued to the floor.
Right. Keeping my core nice and braced as I move from side to side, making sure that my lower back stays on the ground.
Breathe, forcing that core to work here. Now, if Claudia's version is too easy and mine is too hard, you can bend your knees for an in-between variation. So instead of a bent knee hollow body, you decide which variation is more appropriate for you today.
Oh, but I definitely feel it on this one.
Whew.
Especially as you get about halfway through.
Let's go. 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, and now we're gonna take a nap. Nope, actually that's not true. I'm sorry. We gotta get up for our next round.
Not there yet.
No, not yet. Hopefully shortly, but never soon enough. All right, we're gonna move into a reverse fly for one more time through. So, setting up, remember last time I got a little extra slack in between my feet here. You decide what's appropriate for you. Get set up right. If you rush the setup, then the move isn't gonna feel right. All right, very good. Work in the middle of our back. Knees are bent over 45-degree angle. We have 10 reps. Let's do it together, tribe, and begin. Squeeze up at the top and repeat. Very good. We put a lot of focus when we're building these workouts, these total body workouts, on making sure all muscle groups are represented here. A lot of compound moves here, very functional. Everything's getting work today.
Repetitions, let's go.
Control it, tribe. Don't rush through it. Let's go. Control that way down.
Last one.
Ooh.
Ooh. I don't know what those flies. It's
No,
just
they get you. They get you good. All right, let's move back to the floor for another set of those penguin crunches. Speaking of getting you, these do too.
Oh my goodness, yes
We're
they
not-
do.
We're only doing results-oriented exercises today. No easy ones. These are all working today. So again, we're pulling that band, and I'm gonna double mine up just to make it a little harder on this one. I'm actually gonna double up
As am I.
and then pull. So same basic setup here. And then I'm gonna bring my feet up, keeping that lower back glued to the floor. 30 seconds, begin. Rotating right to the left. This is really a complete core move, hitting everything from your transverse abdominis, your oblique muscles, even getting your shoulders activated here as we pull that band apart, right to left.
Trying our best to keep those shoulder blades up.
If you start to feel your neck straining on this one, or really any crunching ab move, a little trick is to put your tongue to the roof of your mouth. It's a little trick to help you relax your neck. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, excellent work.
Nice job.
Great work to you out there, tribe. You made it. Everybody's favorite part of the workout, the end, the cool down. So let's focus on bringing our heart rates down, and we're gonna gain a little added mobility work along the way. So our wrists kind of take a little bit of a beating with the resistance bands because, you know, all the holding in different positions. So let's start with a little stretch for those wrists. Let's start with a wrist curl glide. So we're gonna start with our hands up, elbows are in, and we're curling those fingers up and into our shoulders. And then we're going to reverse it, opening the hands as we pull back on the fingers, all the way back on the fingers as we extend at the elbow. Again, reverse it. Fingers are going to come up. So we're going through that full range of motion of the wrist. And reverse it. A little dynamic stretch exercise here. Pulling back on those fingers. Let's go one more time. Up. Fingers come up and in. And then reverse it, pulling back on those fingers. Feel the stretch in our wrists, biceps, and forearms. And relax. Very good. Next one, you heard me mention during the workout, is my chest was also taking a beating. So let's work on our chest and shoulders. So hands behind the head, chest stretch. So interlace those fingers behind the head, elbows are up. And now we're gonna pull back from the elbows. This is a static stretch. So we're just gonna hold here. A couple big deep breaths. Almost wanna pretend like somebody's behind you and they're pulling those elbows back, pulling the chest away from the sternum. And we're just gonna hold here. Anytime we do any of those static exercises, we wanna get to about 85, 90% of what we're capable of. Wanna feel a good stretch, but we don't wanna feel pain. For 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, let's focus on some lower body stretching next. We're gonna move to the floor, getting into a sprinter quad stretch. So let's sit with our left leg extended out in front of us. I'm gonna pull my right foot back. I'm gonna work you through a few different variations here. So the easiest is gonna be just to pull that leg to the side and then just remain sitting up. A little harder from here with that leg out to the side, and you can lean back. Now, if your quads are super flexible, which by the way, mine are not, you can tuck that foot completely underneath and sit back. You won't see me doing that one because that would take me past my 85, 90% threshold, but you're more than welcome to do so. We're holding here and we're just gonna relax. That's it, take a moment here. Focus on bringing that heart rate down. For 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, same move, opposite side, right, straight leg extended. Bring that left leg back. And again, I'm gonna lean back. And you may have one leg a little tighter than the other. That's all right. Adjust it accordingly.
These feel really nice after those sumo deadlifts.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about resistance bands, but they
work.
Yeah, they do. Well, they make me shaky, something that I don't really get with weights. So that's really interesting.
It is interesting. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Back to center position. All right, next up, we're gonna get into a V-sit position. So that means we're gonna open those legs up, keep your knees flat down on the floor the best that you can, or back of your knees, I should say. We're gonna start with a V-sit reach. So let's bring those arms up and over and reach out in front of us as far as we can. And we're just gonna hold here for a 5 count. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I want you to sit up, straight arm up overhead. We're moving into a scarecrow. Pull those elbows down, stretching out your shoulders, chest, and back. All right, one more time. Come up and overhead into that V-sit reach.
Oh, these bring back really bad memories of physical fitness day at school.
I feel like all the cool down exercises we do bring back key memories for you. I've heard that line from you before.
Was I traumatized in physical fitness class at school? Maybe I was.
And
No.
sit up. And then pull down from those elbows. And y'all will have to tune in next time to hear about Claudia's traumatic events in physical education class. All right, let's come up and overhead. Breathe, big reach every time, getting a little more reach, stretching those hamstrings, lower back, glutes, traps.
But creating better memories now. That's all that counts.
And sit up, arms straight up, and then pull down from those elbows. And that is it, tribe. You made it.
We're done.
Great work, everybody. We are so appreciative and so grateful that you showed up to work out with us today. We understand how many fitness video products there are out there, so it means a lot to us that you decide to work out with us today. And did you know that you can get even faster results by following a complete exercise program?
That's right. You can find that on the HASfit app, which you can download on your Android or iPhone, or you can visit HASfit.com.
You can also stop by our HASfit store, pick up some HASfit gear, or our diet guide, Eating for Life.
Please also do not forget to like us on your favorite social media channel.
Again, thank you so much for working out with us today. I'm Coach Kozak.
And I'm Claudia.
And we will see you at your next workout.